Useless college degrees. Do you have one? Are you embarrassed about it? Are you using it in your current job? Do you even have a job? There are other ways to make money. Check it out.
I have a college degree. He has a high school diploma. He went to trade school right after high school. He got his certificates and everything. And here we go. So this past July, he had already brought home more than my gross salary this year. Come December, he will have quadrupled my salary. Quadrupled it. If he decides to pick up overtime on a weekend, a 2-day weekend, if he picks up overtime, he brings home that weekend, just in those 2 days, more than I make in a 2-week check. I have a master's degree. He has a high school diploma. So that reason right there is why I will not push college on anyone. If you think that college is not for you and you want to try a trade school, obviously look into it, see if you think that you have what it takes, and then 100% do it.
That was a good example of a financially successful alternative to college. See, there are other ways you can make a living.
You want to be a millionaire? Go to trade school. Here's the irony about school. It costs $6,000 to $15,000 for 2 years to go to trade school. And then you learn a skill set that you can take with you to the grave. While normal college educations will cost you anywhere from $60,000 to $200,000, and you have to take a debt loan that could probably cost you even far more than that by the time you pay it off, if you're lucky. And the problem is, majority of those that get a degree, majority of them end up getting a job in a complete different field that they went to school for.
You can go to university to not be something instead of going to university to be something. And it's Pleasure Island. And the price you pay for it, especially in the US, is debt. And you're enticed into it because the administrators can pick your pocket. So they rob your future self while allowing you to pretend that you have an identity, right? Very nasty. And you can't declare bankruptcy with your student loans in the US. It's indentured servitude. And it's precisely Pleasure Island. It's exactly that. And so tuition fees have shot way out of control. And part of the reason that universities don't make more demands on their students and let them get away with all the things they let them get away with is because they're basically, why the hell would you chase them out?
Jordan nailed it. Remember, college is a business. It's no different than a social media platform. College will entice you to attend for as long as they can. It's like social media. They want to keep you on as long as they can. College wants to do the same thing. Why? Because their goal is to make money, not to prepare you for the real world.
They're $100,000 or more. So they can do whatever they want as long as you get to sell them to the salt mines. Right. So, and you know, it's not the only reason, because the other thing that's happened is that the rate of technological transformation is so fast now, and the rate of turnover of things is that it is genuinely harder for people who are, say, 18 to 20. When I was a kid, roughly speaking, the kind of rough patch for life was probably 14 to 17, something like that. Now I think it's 18 to 25, something like that. And I think the reason for that is that all the jobs that the bloody hippies complained about being doomed to in the 1960s have now disappeared. Their problem was, oh my God, I'm going to have to work for a corporation and get a salary for the rest of my life, you know, and then I'll just end up in it with a pension and that'll be my whole life. It's like, well, it seems like a lot better deal than an endless round of part-time Starbucks jobs.
Gen Z, you've been screwed over. Starting off adult life is much worse for you guys than it was for previous generations. The path to begin your adulthood and working life that's existed for decades, it's gone. Gen Z, you're skydiving without a parachute. It's a free fall. You can be successful without college or the trades. Just think out of the box.
I didn't go to college. No, come on, Pat. What's university? I'm telling you, I never went to college. I had a 1.8 GPA in high school. Community colleges wouldn't accept me. No way. I'm telling you, I read 2,000 business books and I studied topics. So if I chose a topic, I bought 20 books on that topic and I read just that topic, that subject for 2 months. Then I went to the next topic and the next. That's what I did. So some people who want to say the rich people have these special, gifts and all this other stuff, I'm sorry, you just don't want to read books. You'd much rather watch Netflix.
I tell you, many of us despise that 9 to 5 corporate trap. Self-employment is attractive to many of us. We see the appeal of that freedom, and it's great, but you got to be a certain kind of person to pull that off. Do you have what it takes?
I pretty much woke up one day and was like, okay, well, first semester's done of my accelerated nursing program and I'm gonna drop out. I was chasing someone else's dream. I was trying to make a fake reality for myself to find a purpose. The conversation that we had where you were like, what if you can make more money doing this instead? You won't have to clock in at the hospital and be on your feet for 12 to 14 hours. I think there also was a part of us that felt like there was something greater for us in life. It's you have to take the risk. The people that don't stay in the same place.
An employee thinks like this: how much will I earn this month? An entrepreneur thinks like this: how can I create something that earns even when I'm not working? Same world, same opportunities, completely different thinking.
Education does not guarantee financial success. Marketable skills and ingenuity trump a piece of paper.
What'd you spend $260,000 to become?
I have 4 degrees.
In what?
I have a associate's degree in biological science. I have a bachelor's degree in English. I have a master's degree in library science, and I have a second master's in intellectual property law, which is a law degree.
Well, what is apparent is that you have a lot of education and a lot of upside potential, therefore, on your income if we can figure out a way to apply that education in a way that makes you more money, which is what you need, is more money and not more degrees. You have plenty of those. But it sounds like you fell for the lie that if I get education, people will hand me money, and they're not. And then you went and got another piece of education, and then another piece of education. You've collected more degrees than a thermometer. But that's people that do that generally are one of two things. They are trying to hide, and they want to stay in school, and they're trying to hide from reality. And so they just they're a professional student, or they fell for the lie. I think you're in the second one. I think you fell for the lie that if I was just told by my mama, if you just get a college degree, that life is going to be great, and that's a lie.
Having a useless degree, it's not the end of the world. It's not certain death. As you've seen in this video, there are alternatives. You can get your way out of this. You may be down, but you're not out. If you enjoy my content, hit that like and subscribe. Let's make this channel grow. I appreciate your time. I'll see you soon.